Hey, what's up everyone? Average Sniper here. Welcome to the video. Sorry if my nose is a little stuffed up. My allergies have been killing me. Is it allergy season? I don't know. Anyway, little update for you guys. PlayStation 5 has done an update to block Cronus Zen devices. All right, so if anybody doesn't know what a Cronus Zen is, it's basically a mod that that's supposed to allow you to use different types of controllers. You could even use a keyboard and mouse. There's all kinds of stuff you can download for it that could give you an unfair advantage. I don't want to go too into detail because I don't want this video to turn into a how to cheat type of video. But before we go any further, smack that like button, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Here we go. Let's see what PlayStation has done to block the Cronus Zen. Now, you guys might remember a little while ago I made a video about Xbox's attempt to block the Cronus Zen, and unfortunately it doesn't seem like it worked, but I do hear that they have plans to continue attempting to block these devices. This is one of the devices that people complain the most about in my comments section. Now, it's been a while since I have played on console myself, but I do know it is a big issue. There are plenty of people who have emailed me and commented and basically said, hey, this is a major problem. I don't know, what's going on with console, but why are there people running around with no recoil and looking like they have aim assist? I'm not sure how true all that is because we all have a tendency to exaggerate a little bit when we get salty about dying. Not that everybody that dies is salty about it, but it happens sometimes. But it seems to me that the main issue on console, based on the comment section in all of my videos and Reddit posts, is basically that people cheat on console by using these Cronus Zen devices. So let's see what PlayStation has done. All right, PlayStation 5 update blocks Cronus Zen cheat devices. I'm just going to read this article for you. I might paraphrase a little bit. The latest update for the PlayStation 5 prevents the Cronus Zen controller emulator from connecting, but it's unclear whether it was intentional. So I guess there's been no official news from Sony. This is from just a few days ago. The PlayStation 5's latest update blocks players from using the Cronus Zen, a device cheaters use to get an unfair advantage in first-person shooters and other games, as spotted by Call of Duty news site Charlie Intel. A notice on the Cronus website warns players that the update for the PS5 no longer allows the Cronus Zen to connect to the console. Although Cronus bills the device as a controller emulator, cheaters have been using it to perform all sorts of digital tweaks to their controllers, like reducing recoil and setting macros. Some players using a keyboard and mouse also employ the Cronus Zen to trick their console into thinking they're using a controller for the benefit of their aim and movement abilities. So guys, that means people using a keyboard and mouse will be taking advantage of aim assist, which basically gives them sticky aim. If they weren't already overpowered enough by using a keyboard and mouse, now they can get aim assist with it. That is a pretty common cheat on console. Especially, I think the worst part is the part where people can reduce their recoil. I mean, if you play PUBG like me, recoil is a huge factor of the game. If someone is new at the game, they're going to have to spend some time learning to control that recoil. Us veteran players have learned to control the recoil over probably years of practice, and it's just unfair that someone can come in and just shoot, without any recoil. Of course, on console, the recoil is a lot lower than PC, but that's because it's harder to control with a controller. So it's just a balancing act. So there's a picture of the Cronus Zen right there. Cronus says there is no timetable on when it will get devices working again. However, we still don't know if Sony issued a patch to specifically block the Cronus Zen. It's also unclear whether other third-party hardware used for cheating, like the Zim and Resno S1, are affected. The Verge reached out to Sony with a request for comment, but didn't immediately hear back. If Sony did block players from using the Cronus Zen, it wouldn't be much of a surprise. Last October, Xbox issued a sweeping ban on unauthorized controllers and accessories. Activision Blizzard also started cracking down on players using third-party hardware for cheating in Call of Duty last year, while Ubisoft, Bungie, and Fortnite developer Epic Games did the same. So that's the end of that article. It looks to me like PlayStation is making a really good move in doing this. A lot of you might remember, if you've watched this channel for a while, when I used to play Warzone, and I actually had a good time playing it. But when Warzone first came out, all the way up to Season 2, they had horrible anti-cheat, or maybe no anti-cheat at all. And it became such a problem with the crossplay, people using controllers with these Cronus devices, and then of course on PC, people using aimbot. I don't want anybody to think I'm just calling out console players here or anything like that. We are specifically talking about cheaters in general and the Cronus Zen in this scenario. I don't think that everybody that plays on console uses a Cronus Zen. I don't think the majority of people on console use a Cronus Zen. I think people want a fair environment, just like I want a fair environment when I play on PC, and I don't want people using aimbots and wall hacks and radar cheats. You know, those are the absolute worst. So one of the reasons I quit playing Warzone was because it had crossplay with PC, and people quite obviously were using these Cronus devices. They would pick up a gun, a ground gun that was supposed to have a lot of recoil, and they would laser beam shoot it. And I just got tired of that. I'm like, I'd rather go back to PUBG and deal with the occasional person, you know, using an aimbot. But now I hear people telling me they're playing on Xbox and PlayStation, and people are doing full auto sprays at 300 meters with like a barrel with a 6x scope. That's insane. I mean, I don't care how good you are at controlling your recoil. There's a point where it just gets too much. So there's obviously something going on, even though I don't have absolute proof that I can put in front of you. For years, people have been complaining about this Cronus Zen device. Let's take a look and see what happened with the block that they did on Xbox a while back. So here is an article I found that says, why are Zim and Cronus still allowed on Xbox, yet legit third-party products are now being banned? This guy says he's been on Xbox since the original for almost 19 years, and this is the first time he's considered dropping the platform. He says it's the worst time to be a legit gamer who chooses not to cheat in games. He says almost every game is currently out is swarming with Cronus and Zim users trying to get any edge they can over others. It ruins the gaming experience. People say they are only in high ranks, but that's not true. With these products' popularity, players of all skill levels are using them in ranks and many games to get that edge. Microsoft has the ability to ban these products, especially as one can add scripts to the game, changing recoil, double A and other things, or aim assist and other things, and tricks the console into thinking it is a device that is not allowing it in lobbies is not meant for. So basically, this guy is saying, why are Zim and Cronus still allowed on Xbox? And this was last updated January 28th. 2024, and this guy that says is a Microsoft agent says a very generic Microsoft response. I love it, and this tells you, you know, why the Cronus and Zim are still allowed. Thank you for posting in the Microsoft community. I understand how you feel about the cheating devices in video games, as I am a gamer myself, and I know this could really be frustrating, but I am with you on this. Microsoft does not tolerate cheating, as we always want fair and fun Xbox experience for everyone. However, as for banning these devices, it is really upon the individual game developers to enforce their own rules and regulations regarding cheating devices. One thing is for sure, Microsoft does not allow cheating, which is stated on the Xbox community standards. If you observe or experience someone violating our community standards, we highly suggest you report it. Your report is important to us when other players aren't playing by the rules. So basically, this guy is saying it's not their problem. It's up to the game developers to block the devices, which I don't agree with. I think there is some responsibility on the game developers, but there's also a massive amount of responsibility on the console developer as well to make sure that devices that are not officially supported get banned. I'm not saying to ban people using steering wheels for driving games and joysticks for fighting games or whatever. As long as it's allowed in that game, it should be allowed through Xbox. But devices that allow people to take away recoil, get super sticky aim assist, which basically gives them an aimbot, use a keyboard and mouse on games that aren't supported, should definitely be banned from any device, PC or consoles, and they should be banned at the developer source code, the operating system code. They should not leave it up to the game developers to do this, okay? That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Smack that like button if you enjoyed. I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say about this. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and don't cheat.